Let's talk about it. Peace and love, everyone. Come on in. Thank you for being here. In today's video, I'm going to be answering a question from the comments. The name is Shipra Israel. Do you mind making a video about what you found out about these natural hair products marketed to our women and how they aren't good for our hair? Can you also speak to the knowledge of how you came to know and research these chemicals really damaging our hair papilla and our nervous system? Thank you for asking that question, and it's a good question. When I do these videos, I'm going to be actually talking to you. This is a talk. This is not a teleprompter going on. Sometimes I might have footnotes if I'm talking about some knowledge that I want you all to get, and I might have pointers. But this is not teleprompter. This is not me reading from notes, anything like that. I'm talking to you, and that's what I want to do, talk to you. And hopefully you can talk back to me, all right? Years ago, when I first started out making products, as you know, I was first making them for myself and my daughters. And that's because I came across a lot of products that I felt like weren't really functioning fully as they should. Making the hair harder than it should be. You know, a lot of things like that. When you know you actually have soft hair. So that got me into researching about products and their chemicals. Naturally, I'm a researcher. I research things. I can get things like that. I mean, if I want to know something, it'll come to me, I'll find it, or it'll make its way to me, so to speak. So I'm curious, naturally curious that way. So I researched things. If you would like to research things, I recommend going to the government databases wherein they let you know what each chemical is that may be used in any product. So I did a lot of research, and in me, I can do hours of research and I won't be harmed. I won't be affected by it. That I'm just made up that way, okay? Everybody's not made up that way, and I'm not telling you to do it. I also wrote a book about some of that, and I told you where I got the information from in the book. And the name of the book is This Is Not Your Average Hair Book. So in that book, I explained to you how I came to the conclusion about the nervous system and all of that. Now, I noticed you mentioned the papilla and the nervous system. It goes farther than that. This is one reason why I'm very particular about my products. Some people might not understand what's really taking place if a bad cocktail of chemicals are used in a product. Now, water is considered a chemical, and a chemical is anything that has two or more elements mixed in there together. Okay, if you have a bad cocktail of elements together, or man-made elements included in there, and it's not in harmony, it can harm. All right, so let's go back. So when you say the nervous system, it is more than that being affected. You know, when you go in to take a drug test, your hair tells what cocktail of chemicals, drugs, whatever's in your blood is in your body. So anybody can go through your hair that knows how to test hair and find out what chemicals or drugs you took that day. Chemicals and drugs show up in the blood. Blood ends up at your scalp around the papilla area. Okay, it ends up there. So if you can test for what's in your blood through your hair, a lot of scientists have done papers based on certain chemicals that's in products, and they came to several conclusions about what these where these chemicals end up at. And it's just not your your nervous system is also connected to the brain. The brain, the nerves in your body goes all the way down, okay, to your lower chakras. I just been noticing a lot of melanated women are bothered by a lot of ovarian, obstructions and stuff like that, dealing with their reproductive organs. And if you're having those problems, maybe you want to look into what is going on in your scalp. So, like I said, I did map it out in my book how it is possible, so you can see it for yourself. As you all probably know, right, a lot of things I was talking about on that channel, 350 videos, mainstream now. People talk about it free willy-nilly, and you're not bothered by it. Ain't nobody trying to call them crazy. And all the pieces of knowledge I did drop to you all, I know y'all can see that a lot of that stuff is mainstream now today. Because at that time, I didn't believe that I could really give it to you straightforward because of the times, okay? But the times are open where a lot of that knowledge is just out. It's out in the open. And more knowledge is going to get out in the opening. More than that. And the truest knowledge that you can possibly get is self-knowledge. Okay? But it's going to increase. It's not going to stop because we're in a new age. We're in Aquarian age. This is not an age for pure darkness to exist and be out of balance. Okay? There's also an app that you can use called the Yucca app. Okay, I'm not affiliated with this or anything. I'm not sponsoring this or anything like that. But one day my husband brought it to my attention that, you like to look at the ingredients and stuff, because I'm always in the store like this. I'm always looking at the back of things. And he's like, you need to get this app, And so I got it. I was astounded. I was like, oh my God. So you can go in the store, and you just start zapping the barcodes to things, and it'll tell you if it's good, bad, hazardous, great. It'll rate it, and it'll let you know. And if it's really bad, it'll give you an alternative that's better. It'll offer you a better product to use that's more safe. It'll tell you why it says it's hazardous or it's a very bad product. It'll list the ingredients and tell you why and all of that. So if you're really interested in that, or you're just a person like, whatever, I'd rather not know, then it's not for you. But it's a really good app. And if you're the type of person you want to know what's in everything that goes on your body or in your hair, then this is very good for you. It can help you make better decisions. But if you just want to go on nonchalant, like, I don't want to know, then I don't recommend you get it, because you're going to be highly disappointed. One day I went to the store, right, and I was like, my daughter was looking for a body wash, and I'm like, I stay away from body washes. and she was just like, well, Mama, I think there's some good body. I said, there might be. What I noticed is that some products are getting better, and they're catering to people now because people are demanding that their products have a better cocktail of chemicals in it. So some companies are really taking heed to that, and I can truly appreciate that, because a lot of people are becoming health conscious about the products that they put on their skin. So back to what I said, I went in the store with this barcode, and I hit up all the body washes. Oh, but what I can say, the bar soaps were the best choices. If you don't want to know, stay away from this app. Yeah, research government databases. They have all the chemicals, and they're going to give it to you straight. Now, I'm talking about the database that is there for you, and the government provided for you, and people are overlooking. I don't know, I forgot what the name of it was, but you can go research it yourself and find out the government data for chemicals. And it should come up, but you can put all your ingredients in there and you will see what they're saying about all that stuff and what it does to the body. But that's why I came with the products, because I want to offer you all a better solution and deal with your health. And a lot of people say hair, but it goes deeper than hair. To brain, all that's the nervous system, my dear. Okay? So if you want to know more information about that, like I said, that's in my book. My book is a cocktail of things. That's why it's called Not Your Average Hair Book by 22nd Century. The book is available all over the place. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on all the bookstores. It's available. Okay? You can get your book today. But if you want to know more information about it, it's in there. Okay? Yeah, it's a cocktail of things. Information, more information about me, you know, where I was raised and all that stuff is in there. Also, some ideas that I had at the time is in there, you know, stuff like that. A few pictures of when I had my channel is in there. So it's more so about health, I think, than hair. So I can't tell you why those cocktails are marketed to melanated women, but I can tell you this, non-melanated women products are not as hazardous as yours. Okay? That's what I get from research, that, and also they stick to their products for life. That's what they found out through research, that non-melanated women stick to their products for life. They don't bounce around and go, because a lot of these companies cannot sustain if you constantly bouncing around. And that's come from experience, you know. My experience is melanated women bounce around a lot. And if you have a small mom and pop business or something like that, very hard to sustain. Especially with natural products. And I find that a lot of people don't want pure natural products. I think they'd rather have some of the chemical in it. So the ones who did sell it to somebody else, my hat goes off to you. I know what you went through, and I understand that you probably wasn't able to sustain. And you sold it to somebody, the highest bidder, or somebody who could sustain it, and maybe put a little more chemicals in it to produce it at a higher rate for everybody to get, and to get fast. Okay, so the ones, I wouldn't so much so call them a sellout anymore. Like I said, you live and you learn, and you don't know what a person's going through unless you walk in their shoes. They probably did what was best for them, and that's to go on and let a bigger company handle that. Especially if melanated women don't stay with products for years, they bounce around. That's probably why we have so many variations of products, you know, in the stores, because they know we bounce around. Based on their research, they know that we bounce around and we don't stick to one thing. I'm not saying that's bad or anything, because I do know we have various hairstyles. One product we'll need for that hairstyle, we need another product for another hairstyle. Or the wig now needs products. I see products on the store for wigs and things like that. So it's because of the variations of hairstyles that we use. If I may talk about the physicalities of the business, you know, what I actually experienced and saw with the business. Yeah. So big is basically for big business. A lot of mom and pop businesses like myself that I had, we were kind of slow about it. That's because we wanted to produce a good product without chemical. A lot of machinery don't take butters and oils like that too well. And especially when it comes to bottling and things. So we did it, but the big guys can come along and say, well, we take that and we can just whip it up in our machines. We're gonna take out a little whatever and put a little chemical in it and make it sustain, make the product stretch more, make it not fall out the hands, stuff like that, you know, and give it to you at a better price. Because if you're doing it all natural and by hand, it's going to be a higher price product. And they'll take it and like, well, we can distribute this for you. We can put this out at a faster rate and mass produce it under your name. And a lot of people was probably, you know, was struggling, and they probably saw that people didn't stay, the numbers would go up and down. And it's like, well, if you can take me out of this misery, you can go right ahead. Okay? So that's probably what happened. So I no longer call them sellouts. I think that was a smart move on all of them. I know over the years, some people told me, said, never sell out, never sell out. I did what I could to keep it going as long as I could. Okay, but anyways, so yeah, check out the app. Check out chemical databases. Really go deep and underground and check it out. And that's what you have to do. You can't just surface this stuff. Go on Google and say, oh, is this ingredient good for me? And it says, yes, of course. And how, you know, no. Now, if you're not willing to do that, then you just check out the app, you know, but you got to go underground. You research it if you can. If you're not, get that app. Get some type of app that's going to tell you, you know. Okay, and I do remember saying that it's going to come a time when you're going to have to get a lot of knowledge yourself, you know, and it seems like we're coming to those times. You're going to have to get this knowledge yourself. So for all who are interested in it, then go ahead and do that. But if you're not, it's up to you. You live your life how you want to live. We all do. Okay? So during this talk, I hope I helped somebody. Like I said, we're talking about it. It's just talk. It's not structured or anything like that. I hope I could help you. And like I said, more questions. And like I said, the questions don't have to be about hair. They could be anything that you're curious about, stuff like that, because I'm a curious person myself. All right? It could be about anything. If I can answer it, I'm definitely going to do a video about it. And if I can't, you won't see the video, basically. But I'll do my best. But it doesn't have to be about hair. You can mix it up. We're going to talk, okay? And that's why I'm here. We're here to talk. And I'm going to tell you. Based on my knowledge and wisdom, I am definitely going to tell you, sweetheart. All right. So that's it for today. I hope I touched on everything that I could. I go deep. I used to stay in the library all the time until they started taking the books off the library. But I used to stay in the library all the time, researching, and that's how I ended up, you know, doing what I do. I research and read a lot. Stay in the library. I'm one of those. Okay, stay in the library. Stay researching, reading. Okay, and a lot of people don't want to do that, and I understand that because everybody's not the same. Okay, but like I said, they have apps out here to do the work for you. Or at least trying, okay? All right, so that's all for today. And until next time, put it in the comments and let's talk about it, all right? Peace and love, everyone.